going on, everybody? This is The Agenda with V and A. My name is Vernon Lane.
Oh, I'm out there, Wally.
Yes, sir. And man, y'all tuned in to another episode of The Agenda, man, where, man, today, man, we finna talk about police violence on Black people and is revenge on the police for their actions justifiable? So, shit,
Crazy topic.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. So
Crazy
shit,
topic.
man, kick us off, man. I mean, what you thinking, man? As far as that question, man, like, do you feel like what's been going on, now that we're kind of seeing, I guess, what all this violence that we've been seeing is kind of like the end result. Like, this was something that was bound to happen. You feel me? So,
Yeah.
what's your thoughts on it, man? Like, do you think like what's going on with retaliation against the police, like what happened in LA and Phoenix, man, like, is that justifiable or what?
Man, I said revenge on the police. Hell no, because even though they're killing us like more than they need to be, you know what I'm saying? Like killing them back, it's not gonna help the situation. It's like two wrongs don't make a right, you know?
Yeah.
And like it's just gonna make us look like if you got random Black people killing the police, it's gonna make random cops want to shoot us even more, like just for doing nothing. Because it's like if they're getting shot for doing nothing, then it's like, why shouldn't we shoot them for not doing nothing?
I mean, facts, man. Like I feel you 100% on that. You feel me? And I mean, that's the thing. Like, cause I mean, I know like one thing that we kind of talked about is, man, like I feel like this is killing our cause, man. Like, this is killing, the whole movement of like Black Lives Matter and what the whole movement was about, not the corporation, but the movement. Like, it was all about just basically us as Black people, just, man, you know what I'm saying, be treated fairly when it comes to, justice with the police. You know what I'm saying? Like, make sure police get their due process when it comes to killing Black people, shooting Black people, you know what I'm saying, for unarmed Black men, you know what I'm saying, or women.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, that was the whole purpose of the movement, but it's like, our movement got hijacked, you know what I'm saying, and it became something totally what it was not supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, just elevated on a whole nother level. And, I feel like something like what happened to the cops in LA, man, it was bound to happen. And, we got a lot of activists who are sitting there like applauding that shit. Like, yeah, we hope they die, this is exactly what, what I'm saying, what they deserve, you know what I'm saying? And I understand the anger, you know what I'm saying? Like, I understand why they may think like that, but I'm like, this is not helping the cause, because this is now going to be even more open season on Black people. And guess what? Society is not going to give a fuck, because look at what they're doing. They're blowing the whole thing with the officers getting shot up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like now the police have turned the table to be like, well, look at what we go through when we're policing these neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? Look at them, you know what I'm saying? Like they made sure they preached heavy. Look, this was a 31-year-old mother. This was a 24-year-old officer, and look at her, she got to leave home and deal with, and worry about not coming back to her kid, stuff like that. They only been on the force for like 14 months. Like they selling it to the American people. So that way it's almost like they're trying to counter, look, see, y'all want to defund the police, y'all want to do all this. Well, look at what happens when y'all do. You know what I'm saying? Look what happens when y'all let crime run everywhere like that. Something like that bound to happen, So they kind of really blowing it up, and it's killing our movement. You feel me? Like, for real.
Yeah, I looked at Google Trends, and I saw like Black Lives Matter for a month in June. It was like everybody was searching it, but then when it got to like August, shit died down again. You know what I'm saying? Like because
Yeah,
like it was just a trend. It was like like it was like the pinnacle. It was like the like it okay, it was a wave of people talking about the same thing at the same time. So it's like, it wasn't gonna last. It was just like, oh, this like all these people keep getting killed, black people keep getting killed like at the same time, or like, one after another, and we're like watching them, we're like, oh, because we're all at home because of the coronavirus, and it's like, oh, like, so America, you just kill black people like just because they could be doing anything, and it's like, so it's like, yeah, they hijacked the movement, but it's like the movement wasn't even like really like a movement. It's just like, you know, black people and then white people that was at home and they didn't have nothing to do, so they hopped in the marches, and they're like, yeah, Black Lives Matter, and take down the statues and all that shit.
yeah,
But it's like I heard something like on Fox News. They said like, oh, when those people are starting to come close to the suburbs and people like stop supporting Black Lives Matter, like because they think they're gonna bring like vandalism and bombings and you know destroying a property and all that type of shit.
yeah. To their neighborhood, basically.
Yeah. So I say that because it's like it's all tied in. It's like so they got the fear of that, and then they got the fear of like cop killers, and it's like, oh, they're the way they're weaving it in. It's like they're all you know like related to Black Lives Matter. So it's like no, like we're not gonna help black people move forward because it's like they're cop killers, they're burning down properties, they're coming to your neighborhood next. It's like it's hella crazy shit, man. Like, like
Yeah, yeah, and that's facts. Like I was talking with my girl, and so one of the statistic that goes around that I feel like, I mean, it it's like partial truth, but there is still some questions about it. Is black people, although we're what 13% of the population or
yeah,
something like that, we make up 51% of all crime in this country. So, and that's statistics, and I'm like, okay, that might be true, but one thing that my girl kind of made a point on was that just look at how many black people probably get stopped and go to jail versus white people. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
What if it's a white person who gets stopped, probably got a gun, probably got drugs? The police probably just, man, take the gun or take the drugs and just, yeah, get your asses up out of here. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Stuff like that doesn't get reported versus the black dude, you know what I'm saying, got guns and drugs in the car. Oh, bag them and tag them. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Put him in the back, take him downtown. He committed
yeah,
a crime. So when she kind of raised that point, I was like, okay, she got a point on there. You know what I'm saying? So it's not to say that we're committing more crime than anybody in this country. It's more that we're the ones who's getting booked and caught and put in jail for the same crimes that other people commit. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
So, you know, but once again, those are the statistics that they put out there. So we already make up 51% of all crime in this country, allegedly. And um, once again, we got what's going on with these police shootings as just more fuel to be like, look, you know what I'm saying? And I think like white people, a lot of them who was probably for us, gonna be like, okay, maybe we got to take a step back and kind of start steering away from, you know, the initial reason, you know what I'm saying, BLM is here, you know what I mean, was, you know, the purpose of it. And maybe we need to start pursuing other things. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
now, you know, they like, well, you know, yeah, we just gonna start to pursue other agendas while slowly the reason for the movement is gonna die down, especially with these police killings. Now, when it comes to stuff like that, white people are, I feel like, are slowly starting to dissociate ourselves with that. Now, like, I'm hearing a lot of the difference between rioters and looters and, you know, people that's doing some violent acts from the media now than we was before. Because remember, it was, everything was against Trump. So when Trump was calling, you know, saying, oh, the protesters out there ain't protesting, they're violence and looters, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, no, these are all peaceful protesters, you know what I'm saying? Now that I feel like this happened, now the media start to make that distinguish. Like, look, these ain't, you know, these ain't the protesters. These are, you know, thugs, violence, looters, and you know what I'm saying, all that stuff. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's just mind-boggling, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, see, they already starting to slowly change the narrative a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Like, they slowly is shying away from the whole BLM, the original meaning and movement of BLM. You feel me?
Yeah.
And it's just crazy, man. You know, like, it's just, man. I just, I really, it is kind of hard to kind of really put it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, damn, man. Like, you know, once again, here it is. History's repeating itself. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to things that's just for us, when it comes to us trying to do something, us trying to get ahead, advance some kind of way, once again, it's getting shot down. Once again, it's being diluted. You feel me? It's just crazy.
Man, to me, like, so Black Lives Matter was like started by 3 women, right? 3 Black women, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, they receiving like, well, they were, I don't know if they stopped. They probably didn't stop, but they received like a lot of money because of, like, you know, George Floyd and Breonna Taylor and Ahmaud Arbery. They received a lot of money. So, you know, that was like during the whole time when people were saying defund the police, you know, because they're like, oh, you know, yeah, defund the police. Like, they're just shooting people, you know, for no reason and shit. And it's like that they're probably gonna stop receiving money now that, like, you know, there's like cop killers on the loose and shit, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Facts.
Like
Mm-hmm.
like I mean, but they also said, like, where's that money, like, being funneled to, like, for Black Lives Matter? Is it just these 3 founders getting rich, or are they really trying to, like, you know, get all these lawyers together and, like, weaken the police unions and weaken the police's power, so they can't just, you know, barge into your house and, like, no knock warrant and all that type of shit, and, like,
Exactly.
or be like, you know, like a citizen and act like a cop, because that's how Ahmaud Arbery got killed. There was citizens acting like they were the cops
Mm-hmm.
and pursuing him. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But and it's like, because Ahmaud Arbery, he fought back, but those weren't cops. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But if they had been cops, it would have been a whole different thing. Like, oh, you know, like he's you know, that's they always try to say that, like, because if the cop feels threatening, then it's like, you know, they got a reason to kill you or whatever.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's always it's funny how that's always the go-to, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, you know, like, um, you know, there are certain things that's put in place to protect the officer as well as the citizen, you know. But,
Yeah,
you know, that's always the go-to when it comes to the officers. Oh, well, my life was threatened, so hey, you know. And it's always
yeah,
things like, oh, well, hey, he said his life was threatened, so oh well, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
go ahead and take a little leave with pay. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, once all this blows over, you know, you be back to work and be out there. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's just seeing it. And that's the thing. Like, I feel like we're shying away from the true type of change that we want and you know, we're looking for when it comes to police reform. You know, like me personally, this whole defunding the police, it's me personally, the police shouldn't be defunded at all. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, no, this whole defunding and to be 100, anybody in the hood, you know what I'm saying? Any, you know, the older generation, you know, and even mostly our generation, I feel, believes that the police shouldn't be refunded. The only ones who sitting there really want to defund the police, I feel like if you want the police to fund it and all that stuff, and you really strongly feel like, you know, in areas like Chicago, Oakland, Baltimore, New York, that the police should be completely defunded. It shouldn't be no police around. It should be more social programs and all this stuff. Like, I think you're fucking living in La La Land. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Like, in the real world, not the world that you want, but the real world. That's something that's not going to happen because, you know, sadly, you do got some black people who don't give a fuck about the advancement of black people.
Yeah.
You know? And I'll call them white supremacists. You know what I'm saying? I'll call them niggas out there who just don't give a fuck, want to be on with this gang shit, and, you know, want to be quick to kill another black man and side eye another black man before you do that to a white man or any other race. I'm like, you're fucking white supremacist, plain and simple.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And only thing that they're gonna see is opportunity. They go, oh shit, man, ain't no police. Oh man, we finna go. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's finna be the wild, wild west. Like, you really think everybody's gonna sit here and, oh, the police is defunded, we're gonna go sing Kumbaya, we're gonna go to social programs, we're gonna be doing all this stuff, and it's like all of a sudden Chicago, Oakland, you know, all these, Baltimore, all New York, all these areas is just gonna be crime, just gonna just disappear. People gonna see the light, they gonna come outside, and, you know, kind of like how on the Grinch Stole Christmas, when after the Grinch stole everything, and he was up there on the hill waiting to hear him come and cry and scream, and all of a sudden they just came outside and gathered around where the tree used to be and start singing, and they just thinking that it's gonna be like that. Like, no, it's not. More people gonna die. I mean, just look at what's going on now. And the police ain't even responding because it's like, damn, we damn if we do, damn if we don't. So fuck it, we just want to sit here, get some donuts, get some coffee, and finna pop on a Netflix movie, chilling in the squad car in the cuts. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, it's just fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Something happens, hey, we'll be there after. We'll be there when it's done. You know what I'm saying? And it's just crazy, man. Like, you know, how people really feel like that's the answer. I'm like, no. And then some sit there, come around, well, defunding the police is not getting rid of the police. We just need to, you know, allocate money, some of the money that was for them, and put it towards other places. No, like, that's not what you do. Like, when it comes to, like, see, people don't understand how this government works and how city politics work. Like, they got money for all this shit. They just don't put it in the areas that it needs to go. Of course, they're going to make sure that the money allocated for the police department goes to the police department, because at the end of the day, it's all about, you know, protecting, you know, property. You know, they need the police out there to patrol the streets and to, you know, have some type of law and order in the city, some type of law presence in the city. But, you know, when it comes to social programs and, you know, stuff for schools and, you know, all this stuff, they have money for that. They just don't put it to that. You know, maybe like in areas like Vacaville, they got social programs and shit like that, you know, that they're going to invest in, you know. But Oakland, no, they sitting here, oh, fuck these niggas. Fuck these Mexicans. Like, fuck these programs. Like, we not finna do this shit. We gonna fucking take this money that's supposed to be for those type of programs, and we're gonna put this shit into areas like Piedmont, you know what I'm saying, or
Yeah.
Claremont or the Hills.
Yeah.
And fuck it,
Yeah.
let some fucking nonprofit come in and you know, do something. You know what I'm saying? We'll just say shit like that for the nonprofits. That way, hey, that's money that the city ain't got to worry about contributing. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
know? So my thing is, don't defund the police. Start voting, paying attention to local city politics, and voting for a mayor, a city council people, and all that stuff who's going to allocate proper the funds that they get to run the city, making sure those funds are getting allocated to exactly what it's supposed to be for. You feel me? That's how we can get more social programs, get stuff for, you know, kids ain't gonna be out here in the streets and doing stuff, you know, have more job and business opportunities in the area to keep people off the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like that just I don't know, it's just crazy, bro. It's like that shit just doesn't pass nobody's mindsets, bro. It's just following what's trending right now. Whatever the direction the wave is going, that's where they going. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's just, man, it's wild, bro.
But it's like they look at, like, you know, like for Richmond, like Point Richmond, like they have, like, you know, they have a certain way that they operate, so they get certain things for their community.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
So it's like there's nothing stopping Black people from doing that. It's just like, you know, if it's not the trend to be like all in civic government and all in the local governmental scene, it's like they just say like, oh, you know, that don't happen over here, that happens over there in the white area. But it's like it could happen in the Black area too. But you got to be, you know, you watch like on the news, they have those town hall meetings like all the time. It's hella white people being hella vocal. So it's like you got to be, as a Black person, you got to be just as vocal about where you live.
Yeah, facts.
You know,
I mean, that's facts. But they don't. It's like, and that's the thing. It's like this. What's going on now is a direct result of what happens when you don't get actively involved in your community.
Yeah.
You know, it's like stop trying to shift blame and all this stuff, and also hold yourself accountable as an individual. You know what I'm saying? Like I get at cats out here in Vallejo all the time. I'm like, hey, Vallejo, all my Black people in Vallejo, all my Black people that's from Vallejo, do y'all know that y'all got a Black mayor? I mean, a Black person that's running for mayor? You feel me? And I hear crickets. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Some cats that we went to school with, you know what I'm saying? They want to argue me down on something. I was like, well, bro, okay, while you paying attention to the presidency, bro, do you know that your city has a Black person that's running for mayor? And, oh, what? For real? Like, really? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Why don't y'all hit him up and say, bro, you's a Black man, you running for mayor, bro, I'm interested in what you got, you know, that you say that you gonna do for the city. I'm interested in hearing what you know what I'm saying, what you got for us. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We gonna go find whatever Zoom meetings, whatever campaign gatherings you got going, and we gonna ask you some questions about, bro, what is you gonna do to help us in this city? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of shit people need to be paying attention to. You know what I'm saying? Just like in Richmond, we got like two or three Black women that's running for council, city council. Yeah. Yeah. And 2 out of the 3 of them I like, because I read what they do, and I see, most importantly, I look at who's endorsing them. You know what I'm saying? So one of them that I don't like, of course, the police department is endorsing her, and it was one other group that was endorsing her, and I'm like, okay, these groups who supposedly, oh no, it was not groups, certain political activists was endorsing her. And I'm like, okay, if I know what you all about, she probably gonna be the same. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I know you're not doing nothing for the city. You know what I'm saying? You over here just, you know what I'm saying, collecting a city paycheck, and that's it. You ain't doing nothing else. You don't even live in the city no more. You know what I'm saying? You out here somewhere else, ain't caring about what's going on in the city, because you over here on an island somewhere. You chilling. You know what I'm saying? So when I see people like that endorsing people, I'm like, nah. You know what I'm saying? But you know, the fact is, a lot of people don't have just that simple knowledge, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, who is voting? You know, I mean, running for certain positions in the city, and what do they have to say about what they're going to do towards, you know, building up the city? You know what I'm saying? And making sure that, you know, we got to be involved and hold them accountable. If they're not going to do what they said that they're going to do, you got to go. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to have that position for very long. You feel me? You know, so, like I said, man, defunding the police, man, nah. You know, we need defunding the police, and I guess, you know, to kind of get back on what we were saying, bro, like, I feel like this revenge on the police is not justifiable. It's setting us back, and it's for sure, next time a black man gets killed by a white cop, it's not going to get as much attention as it did, because look at the flip side. The flip side is being showcased. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what it is, you know. But I mean, I know on another hand, like, I wanna kind of dig in a little bit more to like Compton specifically, because that's where the shooting happened, in Compton, LA County. Now, I don't live in LA, but from the peoples that I know in LA and know what goes on in LA, it's all kind of gang politics everywhere, even within the police department. You know what I'm saying? There's gang politics in the police department, man. You know what I'm saying? So when I look at the situation so like my initial reaction when they said the officers got shot, it was like, okay, where was that? Compton. Okay, I'm not surprised. It's you know, it's in Compton. You know what I'm saying? Like, just me seeing it, I was like, okay, I'm not surprised. You know, I mean, because Compton, the LA County police period, no matter if it's sheriff or any other city's police departments, they all fucking corrupt. They all are fucking corrupt. They all, just from the hood movies that we watch and just from the stories that go on, like with Rodney King and all that shit, we've seen the corruption. We've seen what LA is about, you know? So it's like, okay, was that shooting really pertaining to what's going on as far as right now? Or is it pertaining just to what goes on specifically in LA County? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, because like, come on, man, it's all kind of gang politics out there, man. You know, they got gangs in the police department. You know what I'm saying? It's cats that's it's police people who form gangs within the police to be like, yeah, man, you know, this what we gonna be about. We gonna be about, you know, fucking with the black people. You know what I'm saying? That's all we gonna be about. You know what I'm saying? We gonna have a whole little gang in the squad, and we just gonna go around fucking with black people. That's it. Beat up their ass. Oh yeah, you're fucking blood, huh? Yeah, get your fucking ass in the car. Yeah, you fucking nigger, and then beat his ass and probably drop him off in the crib hood or something. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, they do shit like that. You know? Like, crazy. Yeah, it's like shit like that happens. So it's like, okay, there's a lot of gray area with why that specifically happened. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of reasons. You feel me? Is it right? No. But I'm like, do I understand why it happened in that area like Compton? Yes. Same way, same reason I would understand why it would happen in an area like Oakland or Baltimore. Yeah. York. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, it's just, man, crazy.
Like when you were talking, I was just thinking about like all this stuff. I was like, man, like the cops, they operate as a gang. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, cop culture is like a fraternal order. It's like a gang, like a, you know, like a fraternity, like a like a mob, basically, like the mafia. Like, you know, you're sworn in, you got a badge, you're protected. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like a military smaller force. You know what I'm saying? 800,000 cops, and
Yeah.
it's like they've always, from slave catchers to when we had to when we formed the Bloods and Crips in LA to protect our communities from cops, to like the Black Panthers. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
forming the Black Panthers because they're trying to protect the Black community from cops. It's like, you know, that's why there's like a lot of people that will say like, oh yeah, cops, they're getting what they deserve. But it's like, at the same time, it's like two wrongs don't make a right. You got
Yeah.
like, you know, like if the cop culture wasn't so bad, if there weren't so many racist bad cops, like Black people would love the fucking police. You know,
Exactly.
you're
Exactly.
keeping you're keeping my kids safe. You're keeping me safe. My neighborhood's clean. You know what I'm saying? My neighborhood's affluent. You're a good guy. You're coming through. You're saying, what's up? I'm like, yeah, what's up? Yeah. But it's like, you know, we're always getting like, you know, the short end of the stick. Like we have so much police contact more than other groups because it's a part of cop culture to fuck with Black people. Like just like the penal system. That's a part of the penal system to lock more Black people up than anybody else, and
Mm-hmm.
we're a fucking minority. Like I think we wouldn't have a problem with bad guys going to jail if it wasn't just filled up there with a bunch of people that look like us, and a lot of them people may be innocent or they may just be getting like a longer sentence just because they're Black, like as
Exactly.
compared to somebody else. You
Exactly.
know, like I mean, when I lived in Vallejo, like one time some cop pulled me over and I was with some people, and it's like the cop wanted to like damn near break my finger because he's telling me it's a rough town and I didn't want to talk because don't I got the right to remain silent?
Yeah.
But it's like you know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah.
I was like, oh, so you guys are just like, a lot of you cops are just like abusing your power. Like you're abusing your power. Like you're gonna break my finger because I'm exercising my fucking right. You know.
Exactly.
Now revenge would be like, let me break your nose. You know, let me
Yeah.
almost break your nose. But it's like that's not gonna solve nothing. You know,
Exactly.
that's just gonna make us go to war. And it's like, you know, I think like the cops they set up a lot of fucking crimes because they got to meet that quota. You know what I'm saying? That's like it's like they need a certain amount of crimes to meet that quota. It's like that's their like their game. You know what I'm saying? So there's no crime happening. Oh, we're gonna make a crime happen. You know,
Yeah.
like that's why I think like the it might be a conspiracy, but they may have set up that person shooting those two cops, those two rookies. You know?
Yeah. Wouldn't
Yeah.
surprise me, bro. I mean,
Yeah.
just with the politics that's going on right now, it wouldn't surprise me if that was something that happened. They like, hey, bro, look, you know, like, you know, the chief of police, or you know, what I'm saying, knows certain gang leaders. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
it's probably like, hey, bro, I need you to send one of your people to go head up. We got a squad car stationed over here. Um, you know, here go 100K. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Go send them. You feel me? Because they got to stir up some kind of controversy. Like they got to show what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Got to show like,
Yeah.
look, we go through shit too. Oh damn, it ain't too much stuff that's going on like that. Well, we need some like crazy out of the pocket shit to happen. You know what I'm saying? So man, that's a crazy way to spin it, bro. And I mean, and it's like, I mean, man, we can't rule that out. Anything is possible.
We
You know
don't
what
know.
I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. We don't know. We wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? We don't know the true intention. We don't know, but you know, I mean, once again, given the area that it happened in, that wouldn't surprise me as well. It was like, oh man, they set them cops up. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I mean, you know what? It's crazy because it's like when you think of the type of language that the news people, the news media is using, ambush. oh, look, this dude ambushed the cops. It was ambush. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it was like, why y'all keep saying ambush? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so me, I'm thinking like, okay, ambush is like when you know what I'm saying, see somebody over there, or, you know, you get some people to come to one certain area or wait for them to come to one certain area, and then boom, you gang up on them. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, could have been a certain, you know what I'm saying? Could have been that particular thing that happened where it was set up. And my whole thing is, bro, how was it that they have a 600? I think it went from $100,000 reward to an almost $700,000 reward, bro.
Yeah.
And you mean to tell me y'all still can't find this motherfucker? I mean, come on, man. Hey, look, in the hood, it'll be some Queen and Slims type shit, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? They'll sit there and be like, nigga, 700,000, nigga, I can get up out the hood, man. I can do that. Hey, that nigga over
Hella
here.
snitches.
Yeah, that nigga over here. You feel me?
Yeah.
Your own people is gonna snitch on your ass. You know what I'm saying? For 700,000, like, nigga, if I see they up the bounty on me to 700,000, nigga, I'm going ghost and ain't telling nobody where I'm going. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because you don't know who you gonna trust. 700,000 can go a long motherfucking way, especially when they want you that bad. Hey, that nigga over here. Go. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, but see, my thing, I'm like, why? Why can't y'all not find this nigga and the bounty is at 700K? My reason, y'all got the description wrong. See, when I first seen that video, bro, the dude, first of all, the motherfucker didn't look black to me. You feel
Hispanic,
me? That's what I'm saying. He looked like, I mean, because this, look, let's be real. There's Hispanics that's dark like us. Come on, man, let's keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? There's dark skinned Hispanics. Not all Hispanics are fucking white complexion and shit like they, you know, like the Spaniard ones. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, there are some dark skinned Hispanics. So I'm like, come on, man. Like, the motherfucker look Hispanic to me. So the reason I feel like y'all can't find him is because y'all looking for a black male. And that motherfucker's not black. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking they probably doing, and Cole Park do the midget. So I'm like, damn, it's a sad day to be a midget in LA. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure they're like, every black midget, man, you get your ass stopped and questioned by the police. They fucking with you, trying to find dude. You know what I'm saying? But once again, black male, y'all looking at it for a black male. This motherfucker's not black. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what. I need to see a close-up ass mugshot and a motherfucking birth certificate that says he's black for me to believe that motherfucker's black. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Like, bro, like, come on, man. I'm like, y'all got the description wrong. That's why y'all can't find him. You know?
Yeah, man. I didn't think of that. I mean, I thought he was Hispanic. Like, I'm like, but yeah, maybe like, you know, they got the description wrong, and like how you said, like, you know, it's just like they're looking for a black dude, but it's like a Mexican dude or something. Because like Compton is like hella Hispanics, you know, more Hispanics than blacks.
Exactly.
Live in Compton, so it's like
exactly. Come on, man.
I mean, it's possible, you know.
Exactly. Like, come on, man. You feel me? Like, and that's what I'm saying. Because like, even the camera footage that they provided, bro, it's like you first of all, you can't even too much make the color anyway. But of course, it's like common sense. If he was white, the camera would have still made some type of, you know, description towards that. You know what I'm saying? Because of course he would have been lighter, so around the facial area, the arm area, you might have would have seen that lightness. You know what I'm saying? So just because you don't see that, you see the darkness, that, you feel me? That's like, oh, okay, he has to be a black male. You know, and it's aligning with the narrative that they're trying to spin. Look, these is black people that killing police officers too. You feel me? So while y'all talk about us killing unarmed black men and all this stuff. Well, look at the black men that's out here that's killing police officers. So it's like they trying to really spin that narrative, man, and take it to a whole nother level. And like I said, I'm like, bro, y'all, once again, our movement is just going to get hijacked and it's going to be watered down. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy, bro. Like, and it's like cats ain't even seeing this. Cats ain't even tripping on that. So I'm like, once again, this is another side of the whole systemic racism. It's a black male. Oh man, we ain't gonna question that. We just gonna go out and go look for him. We ain't gonna question that because guess what? It fits. Black male shooting a cop. Hey, it fits.
Hell yeah.
It's like, come on now. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not any other people out here that's shooting cops. You feel me?
I mean, and then another reason would be like, it's like, damn, like, so it's like society treats us so bad that we should want to shoot at cops,
Exactly.
So it also makes sense. Like, it's like, oh, see, we treat them differently. We fuck with them all the time. So of course they want revenge. Just like you'd want revenge. We were fucking with you all the time. But it's like, no, we don't. We just want the cops to act right.
Exactly.
We don't want to kill cops. Like, what the fuck? Like,
exactly. I mean, and that's the thing. Is like, I mean, even like when the cops got killed out here in Oakland, man. Like when the 4 cops got killed.
Yeah.
You had a lot of motherfuckers out here. Yeah, man, that's what I'm talking about, man. That nigga, boy, that boy was crazy for that, man. He wild, hell yeah, shoot them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like the Oakland population as a whole, you feel me?
Yeah.
A lot of them was like feeling bad. They was like, damn, that shit's sad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so it's like, yeah, like a lot of us in the hood don't want to too much see cops, you know what I'm saying? Like that whole situation happened too. You feel me? But on the flip side, it's like when it does happen, it's like you can
it goes around, comes around.
Yeah, for me as a black man, it's like, well, hey, some people are just tired. You know what I'm saying? Like for that situation with the dude in Oakland, well, I guess for the dude in Oakland, his was more. He was already. I think he was already had a warrant out for his arrest for like raping somebody or something like that. So it was like, he was just gonna go out. He like, fuck it, y'all not finna take me to jail. I'm finna just go out. You know what I'm saying? And just take some of y'all with me. Yeah. So I mean, that was a whole nother situation. But I mean, it's like when it comes to like black men retaliating, like, man, like there's a video that's going around where it shows the police fucking with a black dude and stuff, and then it's like he get him off him and reach in the car, pull out a gun and start shooting, and then shooting at him, and then he gets in the car and take off, you know what I'm saying, while they busting back at him, and it's like, cats is getting tired. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like how it was in slavery, bro. Like how when they want to preach about slavery, see, they don't talk about the millions of black people that also died that didn't make it to America.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or the ones that did make it to America that kept on escaping, kept on trying to overthrow plantations, you know what I'm saying, that they end up just killing so they could, hurry up and just, you know what I'm saying, smother that situation. You feel me? Black people was dying by the millions because a lot of them was like, bro, I'm not finna sit here and just pick this motherfucking cotton. You got me fucked up. Nigga, I'm out of here. Fuck you. Fuck what the fuck y'all got going. I'm out of here. And if I gotta die, nigga, then so be it. Guess what? It's one less nigga you gonna have picking cotton. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's crazy because, like, I was talking with my girl because, like, I don't know if you saw that new Antebellum movie that came out, the new Jordan Peele.
Oh, yeah. I heard about it.
Watch that shit, bro. So good. But the whole thing with that, it was like what we kept seeing was every time black dude try to do something, they like, oh, they got the gun pointed at them and everything, right? And like the thing that went through my head, I was like, eventually I feel if they was shooting every black man or black person, period, for shit like that, for, you know, trying to run away or trying to, you know, talking back or whatever, it's like, that'll be one less person you have working the fields. You know what I'm saying? So what if all your slaves kept doing that, and the whole purpose of, you know, to I guess, you know, was to shoot them? You know, I'm pretty sure the master would be like, damn, bro, like I had like 50 slaves, and now I'm down to like 10 because y'all kept killing them. You know what I'm saying? Well, sir, they was fucking running away. They was talking back. They was doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, so I'm like, eventually they would probably be like, look, y'all can't shoot these niggas no more. You know what I'm saying? You know? And it's like, man, at the end of the day, we need these niggas to work these fields. You feel me? And so, like, I just got a kick when I thought about that. I was like, damn, bro, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I mean, I don't know, like maybe that could have worsened the slave trade, because they was like, damn, man, like, shit, man, we losing more than what we getting. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, we need to ship more black people from Africa over here. You know what I'm saying? It was like, goddamn, these niggas keep doing stupid shit. They dying, we shooting them. You know, they overthrowing ships and jumping in the water. You know what I'm saying? But I guess to circle back to the point is, you know, some people, a lot of black people would choose, like, you know what? I'm gonna go out like a man. If I gotta go out, I'm gonna go out like a fucking man, and, you know, not in chains and shit. And, you know, I guess like what we kind of seeing to an extent of that is we got some people just tired of it. They say, fuck it, I'm just gonna have to go out. You know what I'm saying? Because this type of shit that's constantly going on in our neighborhoods, man, we tired of it. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's just wild, bro. Like, man, you know,
I mean, the reason why you don't see like hella black people rise up is because, like, just like during slavery, we were like terrorized. It's like if we ran away, we get our foot cut off, or we get our dick cut off, or we get our legs broken, or we get hung or some shit. And then the other side's looking like, damn. So if we run away, we get hung from a tree, or we're not gonna run nowhere, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Or we can get whipped, or we get whipped 1,000 times, and our back will never heal, some shit like that. It's kind of like with the police. It's like, oh, you know, you rise up, and you like speak up, speak your mind, and like you act like a full human being, and it's like they may kill you.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're still being terrorized, you know. It never stopped.
Yeah, I mean,
we just ain't being hung from trees, but they don't gotta hang you from a tree if they can shoot you in the back, you know.
Yeah, I mean, that's facts. That's facts, man. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like I feel like it's kind of hard to try to come up with a solution for this, because it's like, you know, I mean, the whole question is, you know, is the revenge that we're seeing now justifiable? And of course, like, no, but it's like at the end of the day, if it's no, then what is going to be something that's justifiable for, you know, what's happening, you know what I'm saying, with black people and the police? You know what I'm saying? Like, what would you consider that's something that needs to be justified?
Like I was talking to my mom, and she's like, you know, this is a racist country. Like, it was founded on racism. Like, we're like we're the opposite of everything that has been good in America. We've always been on the opposite end. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like the solution. It's like, because you ask yourself, like, how come? Okay, the Jews, they were enslaved, but they had to move to, like, they moved like all around the world looking for a place for them to live without being terrorized. But black people, like, we never. I mean, other than like the Underground Railroad and going to Canada, and some of us going to Mexico, we never like picked up and said like, okay, we're just all gonna move to like, I don't know, Australia, you know, or move to like another country. It's like we built this country, so we stay here and we deal with the bullshit. But it's like, I think if they just started killing us as opposed to like taking revenge, because it would just be a bloody ass war. Like we wouldn't win. It's like there's so many more white people. We're only 13-14% of the population. We'd all have to flee to Africa, you know?
Yeah.
We have to take our money and just flee because we're like, fuck it, man, they're killing us over there. Like,
yeah,
we're not trying to go to Europe because they're their cousins over there.
exactly.
So, you know, we're not trying to go to the Caribbean because that's just like a plantation.
Yeah.
So we just came back to Africa. Like, that's what we'd have to do. But it's like, I was like, man, bro, what if they just like close the fucking borders on us, you know?
Yeah. I
You
mean,
know?
which might be something. I mean, because like if we did have a great migration where we was migration where we was immigrating out of
Yeah.
the country.
Yeah.
You feel
Yeah.
me? Man, they probably would. They be like, man, what the hell? You know, where the hell these niggas going? You know what I'm saying? And that's the
Yeah.
thing, bro. Like that get me, bro. I'm like, bro, like, are we scared to leave the country to where us putting up with what we putting up with still outweighs what we're going through, the oppression, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I think about, okay, what about black people that live in Russia? What about black people that live in China? Well, never mind, because we already know what's happening to black people in China. But
Yeah.
like I look at like
Yeah.
Russia or London, or you know, like a lot of other, of course, in of course Africa. You know what I'm saying? It's like, are they going through the same things that we're going through? Are they looked at any less upon, you know what I'm saying, than their own fellow citizens in that particular country, like Russia, for example? You know, so are black people in Russia looked down upon? Are they treated as a second or third class citizen based on their color, or is it purely based on class? You know what I'm saying? And if yeah, but I mean, but it's like me, I'm like, I don't know. But I'm like, well, if it's here in America, but we see in other places black people are thriving more, it's like, well, fuck, why don't we just go? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell got us held down here to where it's like, we like, nah, we good. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna deal with what we dealing with, and you know, we just gotta make them like us. You know, we gotta force them to like us. You know, like,
Man, it's like we're so loyal to the soil because we built this place. It's like we just keep waiting for these niggas, for these white people to be like, you know, to just treat us normal. Like, you know, stop fucking treating us differently. Like, stop, you know, making our lives harder. Like, we're not making your life harder. Are you trying to make our lives harder? Like,
yeah,
we know we didn't come here as immigrants. We know we came here in bondage to work, but it's like, if how do we keep shit in the past if we keep getting terrorized in the present? Like that's supposed to be the past. Like, you know, if our whole experience in America got to be a traumatic one, it's like, why don't we look for? And it's crazy because like a lot of people in our generation is looking at Africa
mm-hmm.
as like an option.
Yeah,
You know, is like for the first time in like and since we got here 400 years ago, we looking at Africa as an option. It's like, yeah, we know its problems. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be a big adjustment, a culture shock. But it's like it's almost like, so there's a place where we don't gotta feel like, you know, I'm not gonna say we don't gotta feel less than, like we feel less than here, but it's like we don't gotta feel like our humanity, there's something wrong with how we are just naturally.
yeah,
We could just be our natural selves, and it's like everybody there is more close to us than as opposed to being more different to us, like in America, you know?
yeah. Facts. That is facts, man. Well, I mean, man, we gonna leave it at that, man. Like, um, I mean, I guess at the end of the day, man, we both feel that, you know, what's going on isn't justifiable, you know what I'm saying? But um, you know, the only thing that is, you know, just justifiable, we just I feel like, man, we just gotta stick to what we doing, stick to what I mean a lot of people like in our generation is doing, which is just slowly closing that gap. You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah,
wealth gap, that economic gap. You feel me?
yeah,
Once
yeah,
we do that stuff, and you know, and just worry about, you know, building us up as a
yeah,
whole. You feel me?
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, that's just gonna be our form of reparations. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like how, like, you know, the same thing that Ben Carson always preaches. You feel me?
yeah,
It's like, hey, you know what I'm saying? We know that they not gonna try to give it to us. You know what I'm saying? So we might as well just get it. You know what I'm saying? The best way we can. You know what I'm saying? Which is, you know, out the mud.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Man. But all right, man. Shit, man. We gonna wrap it up, bro.
for sure.
As always, man, it's a good pleasure talking with you, man.
Same to
Um,
you. Yeah,
yeah, everybody, man, thank y'all for tuning in to the agenda. Man, y'all tune in for the next episode, man. We always gonna make sure we keep y'all with real, unbiased conversation, man. Real topics, man. Real solutions, man. You know what I'm saying? Um, Catch y'all later. Shout out to the Dark
peace.
Network. Make sure y'all follow us on Twitter at Agenda Duh, or y'all follow us on Instagram at The Agenda. You feel me? And be on the lookout, man. Check out the Dark Network YouTube page for all exclusive content. Me and our day, man, we post all the time. If we just ran on a solo tip or something, we got something we got to say. You know what I'm saying? We always posting content. Check us out.
Stay tuned.
Yes, sir. All right.